Hey, it's your girl Chab. Today I'm coming at you with a first impressions demo and review on the new Morphe X James Charles Artistry palette right here for you today, sisters. We're gonna sister slay a look with all these 39 shades in this beautiful palette here. Let's take a look. Let's take a gander. Whoa, I'll be unleashing my freaking inner freaking artist here today with this sister slaying palette. I'm gonna stop saying sisters now. We're gonna do a look with the palette. I'm gonna give you some info. I'm gonna review this palette and see if it's good for the average Joe, like a girl Chab. That's me, I'm Chab. So if you want to know the tea on this palette, if you want to know my thought and how I come up with a beautiful look, then let's get started. All right, guys. I got the palette, y'all. Y'all didn't think I did, but I got it. Check it out. Look at all these colors. So this is the James Charles and Morphe palette right here. This is the Artistry palette here. Now, a little backstory, which I did some research on it. The reason why they call it an Artistry palette is because they can't legally call it an eyeshadow palette. What? Reason for that being is if you look at the back of the package, there's a little symbol that has an eye on it. There's another little symbol with an eye on it that has a circle and a line crossed through it, meaning it is not eye safe. So be aware, knowledge is power. So here is going to be the knowledgeable portion of this video. If you want to skip, you can't. Ingredients for eyeshadows is going to depend on your skin and whether or not it's going to work with you. And I seen a lot of drama in the Twitter sphere, okay? Might not look like I'm very active on Twitter, but girl, I'm watching, okay? Some of these eyeshadows are considered pressed pigments, especially the ones that have a lot of red in it, because this is a, I guess, vegan formula. It doesn't have any like carmine in it, which is literally like crushed beetles, and that's how you produce red colors. So just a little fun fact. So like red 40 and lake colors, things like that, are gonna have staining to the eyes, okay? Those are the pressed pigment colors that are gonna produce staining. So it'll show a list here, and I'm not gonna say the list because it's way too long, but a lot of the colors here, some of them are going to be eye safe, and then the ones that have a little bit of red, they're not going to be eye safe, so they call it pressed pigments. So just want to let you know that. But also with pressed pigments, they're not the same as eyeshadows because they are purely pigments, and they're going to have a little bit of this fun little thing called talc, which, I mean, talc is in pretty much every kind of powder you have. There's another word in here that I don't know, but it's an eye irritant or whatever. Be aware that some of these eyeshadows or whatever may not sit well on your eyes, okay? Just want to put that out there. I have never tested this out before. This is my first time on camera, hence first impressions, okay? So I'm gonna be just talking about the eyeshadows really quick. I can't pull it up on Morphe at all, like at all, because it's sold out everywhere. Luckily, your girl Chab, she snatched it up. So this palette right here is actually a new and improved replacement, I guess, for the 35B palette from Morphe. It had like beautiful, bright, neon, gorgeous colors in here, and this one is what's gonna replace it. So you have all these shades right here, and there's 39 colors and stuff. So you have like the regular pan size shadows, and then you also have these big old nice ones and stuff that you can use on the face. Pretty much James Charles had it where you have like your neutrals and things up top, but then you have a little bit of like the warmer tones. Then you have the colors in the middle that you can use to transform your colors. So you have a black, you got a white, you got this nice highlight color called Face. All right, Face. And I mean, they have the names of the colors on this. I don't care about that. And then just nice little transitions here. And then you have the cooler tone, the more like pop-in bright colors that, you know, you wouldn't usually wear every day. Packaging, beautiful. He has his face on the box or whatever. That's beautiful. That's great. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, sister. And then the outside's matte. Now, before filming this, okay, I have touched this thing so many times, and I'm just getting fingerprints literally everywhere because of the natural oils on my fingers, okay? Because I didn't want to have crusty fingers on camera, even though I do anyways. But literally, like, I'm getting like all these marks on. It's annoying, okay? But at the same time, you know what? Whatever, sister. As always, with any product review that I do, I am gonna pull it up on my little phone. It's on silent. It's on autopilot, okay? I don't know why I keep saying that, but I keep saying that, okay? We're gonna pull up the palette because on Morphe, it's sold out. And for some reason, Morphe won't let me pull up just the info on the palette. So Ulta, here we come. I'm gonna read the description. I'm gonna read all of the facts and all the things on this palette right here on Ulta.com because Ulta is here, sister. monsters. This is the Morphe James Charles palette, the Artistry palette or whatever. Okay, it has 4 stars and 472 reviews. Gosh darn. It is for $39. Or if you go on Morphe whenever it gets back in stock, you can use code JOMOM. Just kidding. You could use code James for 10% off. It's actually a code this time around. It's actually a code. Anyway, it says details only at Ulta and on Morphe.com. When James Charles says you can create anything, he means it for real. The color never ends with this Morphe full spectrum palette with 39 dialed up, deeply pigmented shades with 4 rows of stunning color combos and 1 row of supersized shades. You'll be ready to take on any look you can dream up. So go on and go for it and don't hold back. I don't like that description. What the heck? Didn't they just show like, I mean, they don't give you any kind of like user, like whatever. It's eyeshadows, okay? We're gonna do a look. So they have all the rows with all the names and stuff. I'm not gonna read any of that, okay? And then they have ingredients. I'm also not gonna read that either. So we're just gonna get onto the palette here. So I already talked about the packaging. I talked about like this, it's a big old palette. And it says, unleash your inner artist. We're gonna do a look. I'm gonna try to use as much of the colors as I can. I'm not gonna freaking show you what colors I'm using. This is not a tutorial. I am going to just give you my thoughts on the palette. If you do wanna see the tutorial, you should hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. What I'm gonna do is actually test the palette and, you know, as a first time user of these pressed pigment shadows or whatever, I'm gonna test it out 2 ways. On James Charles' video, he used the palette and he was talking about how you should use it with primers that are supposed to be for the eyes. And me, being me, I like to use concealer to prime my eyelids. Or a little fan favorite, the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden. So what we're gonna do is one eye we will be testing with, you know, my eyeshadow primer potion. And then on the other eye, we're gonna go with a little fan favorite here, the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealer. These 2 are actually really close in shade, so I think it'll be great for the eye. I don't know why I keep doing that. Great for matching up the eyelid and stuff. We're gonna do a freaking look, okay? We're gonna do a freaking look. I'm not gonna set any of these. I'm just gonna go right in with the colors and stuff. I did watch, you know, the reveal video and stuff, and I took some of the information, but I have not watched any of anyone else's review. This is solely gonna be, you know, me reviewing it myself without any bias, without any opinions. Just, you know, James Charles, but he's just trying to sell his coins and that's it. So anyway, I'm gonna get on with the look and then we can talk about it at the end. So full face is gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. All right guys, so I did one eye and I used my Urban Decay primer potion on this side and the blend and everything, girl, I sister snapped. I freaking did the thing right here. Like, I mean, my color combo is a little bit crazy, a little bit weird, a little bit different and stuff. Took some inspo from Miss P. Louise. It's not gonna look great until like the very end, okay? Trust and believe. I just need to add a little bit more colors here and there, just a little bit of fine tuning. But so far, so good. Now, the real test, okay? The real test, because I expected it to do well with the eyeshadow primer. But now we're gonna see how well it does with a concealer. Now, Sister James said you shouldn't use a concealer, you should probably use an eyeshadow primer. But I'm gonna sister snap again today and I'm gonna use this guy right here. So now we're gonna do the other eye. So let's go. I look sister cyber goth. I look crazy. I sister snap. I sister snapped. Gotta top it off with a Morphe lip, of course. Let's talk about this palette here. Oof, girl. All right, so I gotta say, there is a difference when you use an eyeshadow primer and a concealer. Can y'all see the difference? All right then. Sister James was right. You definitely want to use an eyeshadow primer when blending. This one, I did this eye first. Mind you, okay, I use a lot of different brushes here. Can y'all see these and these? There's more on the desk too. I use a lot of brushes just to make sure I didn't cross-contaminate or like try to, you know, do anything tricky with my eyeshadow, okay? You know, I wanted to make it as fair as possible and really, really test them out. So on this side right here, we have the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is definitely for the eyes. It's an eyeshadow primer potion. So I used it on. Blending came out great. Colors are popping. Colors are popping. Colors are popping. Especially like this lid right here. Okay, girl. The colors are beautiful. I'm pretty sure that my eyelids are gonna be stained later on because every time I use like the Urban Decay electric palette, and some of those colors are deemed non-eye safe, but every time I use that palette, like I do get a ton of staining on my eyes and stuff, and I definitely use those colors that are pressed pigments, so definitely gonna have a little bit of staining up in here. The color payoff is phenomenal. Like blending super duper easy. The blend is beautiful. The eyeshadow's popping and everything looks great and beautiful. Now this side right here, let me talk to you, okay? So like James was saying, concealers and eyeshadow primers are gonna be different. Eyeshadow primers are gonna typically go on the eye and then they dry down a little bit, so that way they're a little tacky but a little more drier, so that way your eyeshadow is gonna stick and stay, but it's also gonna be easy to blend out. Now concealers are made to be set, so concealers, they're going to stay stick, they're going to stay a little bit more creamy and hydrate the under eye and the face. That's pretty much what it's used for. Concealers are typically not used for the eye. However, a lot of people have adapted, you know, cutting out the brow and things like that with their concealer, and just through evolution, we all started using it to prime our eyelids. Now, I have also primed my eyelids with concealer at one point in time in my life or another, and yeah, I've been priming them lately with concealer. I'm guilty, all right? Now, looking at this eye right here, okay? The blend, not so great, and it could be user error, it could be this and that or whatever, but as you can see right here, you see how you can tell that there is an orange and then it goes and fades into a pink and then a purple? Here, it's literally like orange, mud, purple. That's not good. That's not good. So what I'm thinking is that my brush maybe had a tiny bit of purple while I was trying to blend out this little crease right here, and then it just stuck and stayed like kind of right here. So the blend is a little patchy and also it looks a little muddy on the crease. However, on the eyelid, when you're putting on that green, that metallic green, girl, like I thought everybody was on crack because I was just like, how can y'all not like concealer on the eyelid? Like, do you see how poppin' this one is? This one is poppin' too, okay? Don't get me wrong, I gotta put the lashes down, okay, because the lash is kind of big. I mean, they're both poppin', but like when that concealer and those eyeshadows met together, they're like boom bam, thank you ma'am. They got married, they had a baby, and it went on my eye. The baby is born on my eye. I really like that you can kind of mix colors together with, I mean, regular eyeshadows and stuff. You can mix colors together to get a brighter color and stuff. So I mixed the green and the yellow together to get the center color that's on my eyelid. So it's just a brighter version of the green that's already in this palette. And then the inner corners are white. So yeah, I love it all. I blended really low on my lower lash line. But overall, definitely I would also recommend Mr. Charles, okay? Sister Charles recommends an eyeshadow primer, and I do as well. I'll be testing this product out some more to see how it'll perform if you know, set your concealer versus just keeping it on like that, because it will be a little bit drier. You said it, so I mean, it's extra stuff to use, but we're gonna try it out. I will always leave a comment in the description letting you know my thoughts and stuff, and also follow me on my social media to see what are my updates on this, because girl, now that I've tried this, you know, I've been holding off trying to use this palette, and now that I can, you're gonna be seeing some looks on the gram and all the places and stuff. So let's go to the outro. I'll show you my final thoughts. So let's go. All right, guys. So how do I feel about the Morphe X James Charles palette, the Artistry palette? They are Chab. Girls and boys, hashtag love wins. This palette is sick nasty. I haven't used that term in a long time. This palette is sick nasty. Girl, you could do girl or boy, you could do any look with this palette. I just want to share really quick. In the inner corner of my eye, I have this color right here. What is this color called? Hang on. Got my Scantron here. It's called So Good. Yeah, dog is good. And then on the face, I use Face. That's the name of this color, is Face. Guys, this palette is really great. It's really versatile. Definitely use an eyeshadow primer. I'm definitely gonna be trying it out with concealer and setting my concealer just to see how it works. It is a $39. You can truly unleash your inner artist here. Now, I will say you will have some eyeshadow fallout, so I would recommend to either do your eyes first or put some powder under your eye to catch the fallout and then do your eyes and stuff. But guys, you got everything here. You got your black, you got your white, you got colors, you got colors, you got colors, and you got neutrals. You can't go wrong with a palette here. You never have to buy a palette again because you got literally everything here. You don't need any palette after this. Like guys, I won't be buying any palettes after this. That's a lie. I got like a bunch of palettes over there. Definitely use an eyeshadow primer when you're using this palette. And I will, again, test how I can use it in different ways instead of using an eyeshadow primer because a lot of people can't afford something like this. You could also have cheaper alternatives, or you can use concealer, maybe with a powder in combination. I don't know, but I will leave a comment in the description letting you know what my findings are. You can follow me on my social media and you will find out more stuff. So yeah, anyway, let me know down below. Have you already tried this palette yet? Have you been thinking about trying this palette? Do you want to see some looks from me? Let me know in the comments down below. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and follow me on all these social medias down below right here. And ding ding, hit that notification bell because your girl make new videos every Friday. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or what you would like to see next. As always, thank you for watching. Bye. I couldn't breathe for a second. Out of the box, blah. Never ends with the not a okay, primer per eyeshadow primers so it looks a little money have cheaper alternative. It's gonna be in the bloopers anyway. Oh my gosh, unleash your better